Hi, I'm Hannah Light. I just graduated with my Master's of Social Work degree from MSU Denver and spent the last year working as a legislative aide for State House Representative and social worker Jonathan Singer. I'm so passionate about macro social work, and I'm here to tell you why we need more social workers in government.
As social workers, we see so much inequality, and we know it's not by accident. We know that inadequate resources, environmental pollution, discrimination, and economic uncertainty cause human suffering and contribute to clinical conditions like depression, anxiety, and poor health. Of course, social workers are needed in clinical settings to address these outcomes, but social workers also need to be in positions of power to advocate for vulnerable populations. Macro social workers work to obtain benefits, services, rights, and opportunities for large groups who need them the most.
Could you introduce yourself, please?
So I'm State Representative Jonathan Singer, represent Longmont Lions in Allens Park in northern Boulder County, and I've been doing it for the last 8 years. The most important thing for people to understand is if you want to see the lives of your clients or the population that you're working with change on a global level, the only way to do that is to take the work that you've experienced on the ground and bring it to decision makers to make better decisions. And if that doesn't work, then you have to become that decision maker. But too often in our system, the rules of the game are written by the people who are least affected by those same rules. And so one of the biggest things that we've been able to do at the state legislature is look at our child welfare system in a global context. In a place where we had 64 different hotlines for child protective services, you got 64 different ways of dealing with kids who are at risk of everything from truancy and delinquency to death. And so what we did is created a system that actually addresses the entire 64 county area, creates best practices, and allows us to go back and look at that first phone call that comes in when it's so critical to make sure that we're diagnosing a situation accurately so we can respond to it faster and more meaningfully.
Working for or becoming a policymaker isn't the only way you can advocate for large-scale social change. You can run or work for a nonprofit or social program. You can join a coalition that embraces issues you care about. You can involve your clients in the policy process by writing, calling, or visiting policymakers, or even by bringing your clients to testify at committee hearings.
And I think it's just a matter of educating people and helping them to understand that there isn't just this one side to social work, and that the macro side is just as important, because the people on the micro level are implementing what's being done, what's being put into play at the macro level. And so having people in both those spaces is just really important.
It's important to remember that social workers are subject matter experts. Social workers are powerful. Don't be afraid to use your power to create the world that you want to live in.